Hello, welcome to Tech Oneself with some music from dark progressive. This track is called Deep and Dark Progressive, DJ Mix 01.
I need you to do something for me. I need you to let me go. You have to let me let you go. In another life, maybe it was you and me. Maybe there we loved each other right. And we were happy together. Maybe in that life we did all the things we said we would. But we got this one instead. You were my friend, my love, and now a stranger. But you'll always be my favorite memory. In this life, and the next.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the dark side of the underworld of this world. Those where people have no viewers. They call it the unseen. All right. Well, I'm gonna talk about some. It's obvious. Some people know, of course. I guess you would have known by now. If you have time to think it over. Some things never change, you know. Some people have money. You can't destroy these people. They have so much money. You must understand that not everyone is the same. We are raised in certain ways. I have like a sound in here. I don't know, maybe it's too loud. Hello, hello, hello? A drop of milk in the tea. Two drops. Some people are born to hate other people. Some are used to, just fight and conquer, fight and conquer. Not everyone has ancient memory. You need to work on yourself to you really need to devote yourself with spiritual retreats and go away from society in order to clear yourself, in order to remember. When you become an empty vessel through a lot of experience, just to be present, it takes a lot of catharsis, and it takes a lot of watching where is a chain from the same movements and the same emotions, And everything is based on repression from anger, and this anger is from impossibilities that has been repressed, energies that were meant to flow naturally. As this society has giving us a lot, it is also taking from us. And that's what happens to every child. We learn, and through all this process of learning, we lose also much of our freedom, our beauty, and our vitality. So we can work very well for society, but we're totally disconnected from what we feel and what we see. Sensing is part of all the perceptions that we have. And all those perceptions are forms of intelligence that capped, not just our imagination, yeah, but forms of reality. And we're shaped to be ruled by society and family codes, whatever it is, to belong, for survival, to conquer, for whatever you are destined by your family to do. Or if you have devoted yourself exploring where all these formations come from. By exercising the witness more and more, we get to be more in tune. Where is this urge coming from? So today you might have a lot of followers, but how are you going to maintain this entertainment to have millions and millions of viewers? You might have people betting on you, liking you, supporting you, liking your style, your cows, your source of... It feels like an infinite power because you're young and you're putting it out there. So I don't want you to burn. You see, I used to be a director of role play, which is not the... In role play, we had a lot of games, and it was never the same. But sometimes you had a game master, all right? So they can send you on a cast or guide you. A game master helps all the role players as well, and the story develops itself by everyone who's role playing. It's part of a strategy and of knowing, and another part is of good luck. But of course, what do you know you're gonna get in the future? So for those who are behind the scene supporting other groups and groups and groups, you might think they're hypocrites, so they are ambivalent. So, oh, you're not with me. You are not with me, because you want people to play their best and not kill themselves in the way. Doesn't mean you're going to support them fully and hate the other, because all these opponents are part of your own games. And for me, it has never been about that. So I had to fight with hackers. I had to fight with people that would try to... So this is what happens when you're so good playing. The person is gonna start to lie, yeah, if they don't surrender to the line. So the line is the story. They're gonna start lying and trying to copy what you do, and try to take people on their side and hack by destroying your sites. You just put it all up again, and it's not a big deal. You calm everyone. Nobody wants to fight the hackers because they want problems. And eventually people start to do their own platforms. So you don't want that to happen, because that's like a national war. You don't want that to happen in a shared map of imagination that's called the game board. And most of the people on this earth don't care about what's going on internet. There's a few people posting. If you really look at it and we make the statistics, these are not the people that are going to go out to vote. So you're running a show and you have a script that has been scripted. Let's say that some people remember what they came for, and you start to see it repeating again and again here and there. And first of all, never lie to yourself. And at the same time, you need every possible supporter. When we see the difference of what's changing generationally, because you belong to another generation, yeah? And this is not what happened in the past to other generations. In this generation, we have the older generation supporting us as well, sooner or later. You have people that you might hate, that might be supporting you without you knowing they're supporting you. So when you talk bad about the Jewish, what happens is that the Rothschild support the Jewish in Israel. So these are people that have more money than the royal family of United Kingdom, or they have so much money that they don't even count on any record, because you cannot count it. Yes, so when you talk about the Jews, first you must be aware that not everyone, okay, they give all this money and people do what they can to get more of this money. So they want this mission and they don't care how they do it. They just manage it and they just do it, right? It doesn't matter if they do it in a good way, in a bad way. This money is being given for this. First is generational. Second, there is a lot of people obsessed in this world. Arabs, Jews, black people, Spanish. Yeah, well, they're obsessed. They're more relaxed than obsessed. So it's sort of another obsession to relax. We do have problems in the Caribbean or South America. We have a lot to put together for ourselves, for others. When I see that the world has lights in spots from the world, from people that has asked for help, this is what we need, this is what we got. Yeah, we have this type of minerals. We can have sheep to make wool. We would like to do wool. We would like to make these fabrics with cotton. We would love to produce this, and the industry can see what they could help and get to enter in a program and a system where you can pick up your friends and people that are better for this or better for that, and go to make an interview to an architect and get to dive into how you're going to do this and that. Any person that has the normal salary and is married that can save money, because you need to value what you're investing on, not just have credit. Cannot just be giving. You must value what you do, because that's when we reciprocate and give back. But then there is this other sort of people. They don't see money in the way of earning it. Yeah, they have so much that they have other values. They don't care how many people die. Yeah, they have a target. That's it. They believe the Arab community is never going to learn because they are so stubborn that they are going to keep on doing the same sickness over and over, not understanding that their communities are not being part of the pollution of the world. It's like, yeah, let us be, but why don't they let us be? And I say, you're fine, but your system is not helping the average. You have a car, you have a house, you have your wife. You're already telling me how many women you would love to have. If you could, and I can understand, of course, that's every man in the world. You used to have harems and many women, if you could take care of them, right? So they still have all these things to do for their own society. And the Jews make money for themselves. They support themselves. If you're smart, that's what you should do, right? The Christians know, they teach you to sacrifice yourself for others. That's gonna stop for all Christians, alright? No more sacrificing for others. But who is gonna go to Nigeria and sacrifice themselves for the good of others? The military. Who is gonna go to Sudan and sacrifice? So it's easier with a map. Yeah. All these people that don't have food stamps can go to Africa and help. They can have immediate jobs to perform if they don't have food. They will be treated as kings and superior people. They will learn to appreciate what they have in America if they go to help their fellow brothers. And they're one of them, so they won't feel attacked. They're being helped. But you will see that in the map. So if you wanna do this fight against people that are so powerful behind the talents of politics, so it's not the Rothschild killing people. Like, give all this money, you say, well, just try to, multiply the Jewish and recover some of our land that's been taken over in this last century or decades, whatever. Look, the story can go on and on. I'm not gonna go there. this is what happens. Yeah, they give this money and they have this employee mentality, and that's still, it's a skill to get more money. Wait, we've got this, we've done that. And they start to feel superior because they got this money by no sense of property. And you see them, they're and looking down at the Arabs. In the same way, the Nazis would look down at the Jews in the same way. It's nothing out of this world what we are being witness. Trump will shake hands with anyone that will support him, disregarding if they are against each other. Because he's a businessman. He's not here for your human rights. The Prime Minister of United Kingdom studied for human rights as a lawyer. And he's not making a drastic show of immigration control from also the work that was being done with Boris Johnson's administration, who won the program. It hurts the people that are trying to work as well, and other immigrants that are also trying to work and be respected, because this is about trying to help what matters most from everything that you are doing. If you could rule, what is the answer that you would give? Before the speech of freedom and that one day, no, this day is today. What is your answer? So I would like Candace Owens to talk about wanting to see in the corridors of power where all the money of the government goes, through a map. So everyone can see the money of the government going through the screen. And everybody knows what is this money being used to. So I need a bunch of people to prepare this before launching it in the air, because it does need from each locality to report on the map what they need, of course. It does not come from anyone's imagination or mine. We will know by the reality that's been reported. That's what the information does for us to know. What is the need to have people emigrating? What is so bad in your country to leave your country? Only by a universal coin we can help this, on a universal degree. But you will want to be a president of America, and then you get stuck with America and your crypto money, with your marketing devices. But if you were Elon Musk in a version of being smart, like, not an asshole, but smartass, you would invest in a map, because you will be able to be the first one putting tolls and tunnels all over the world, because you will be one of the top investors, because you did the map. But now you're going to be fighting with women because all your dudes hate women, and you will start believing in their conspiracy theories. And just give all this money to this guy that's on a trial for which is also using women for his pleasure. Which, why would women allow that to happen? That's another story too, which is, well, you are with high heels in his apartment. Trying to come down to a degree of love, and because people don't like to hear about charity. Well, I'm alive thanks to charity, alright? I'm alive thanks to the good people that exist. I come online, I only hear insults. Like, yeah, what are you doing in echo chambers? They're taking advantage of you. And you, what are you doing? Yeah, you're taking advantage as well. You're not paying me as well. You use my words in your benefit. You just make a pina colada with my words, shake her off, and generate other words from the same words with the same meaning. I never say thank you. Never say, here, this is for your work, because you need it to feed your family. Alright? So you don't want to become another president or another asshole like those, because you're going to end up playing the same game. And the Jews are going to support either party. They support both parties. So they have too much money to talk about it. So they don't have the time to think, what are you going to do with it? They just want it done. Then they figure out what they do. Doesn't mean they're doing that. Other people are doing all these setups. It is a shame. It is when you know it. It's a shame to be part of this generation and be looking at that and think for all the people that are voting for that, and you're like, oh my god, what option do you have, right? So you give all these and they might catch these or make it on their own. What is your life for? So you want to be part of a story where what you do is bringing goodness to people, because you don't want to be doing the same old game. And if the newer generation from the Rothschild will support that, that's good for you. I'm just saying Rothschild to say a last name. There are many. There are many who might want to listen what is good for the world, where they can invest. But they must hear you well. You don't want people to die. They must hear from your heart and your own words and your own thoughts. What was it that brought you here? Perhaps we're tired of seeing the same faces. To inspire the new generation to overflow this money by learning to trust and give that trust back. Because you don't want anyone to be a slave or a farm animal. Or abused to be taken their children away and to not be paid for one's own work. As information that you pass to headquarters because they think you're an employee who's stupid. that far freedom of expression and the value of human reasoning goes. So of course the headquarters and its CEO has to listen to their employees if something is going wrong. To whom are they going to listen? To people who are sitting in an office? I don't know what's going on in the floor. What is it they need? Oh no, they have so much money. We can steal. Nobody cares. There's so many, doesn't matter. That's nothing for them. There are many stockholders there. Nobody's business. It's not a sole family. There's not a person there in charge looking at it. They won't care. But you care. I care. So one waits 2 weeks to see what happens because you want to see the development of people's intelligence. You don't want to tell people what to do when you are asking them questions like that. Or they're just gonna fire back. I'm gonna fire back. So Erica Kirk is a beautiful young woman, beautiful blonde young woman. She's a beautiful blonde young woman with blue eyes. Not only that, my mother was a beautiful blonde young woman with blue eyes and very, very smart and intelligent. So Erica Kirk is a very young, beautiful woman, blonde with blue eyes, long hair. She does care for her image. She's been all her life taking care of her beauty. That's the way she is. And she doesn't have anyone. I don't think she is a lady that's stupid because her husband would not have married her. She's been with him, with his career, not only as a mother giving children to their own family and to him, but she has been her partner. Now, I want to make this clear because I know when someone doesn't listen because they think they know better, all right? But Erica Kirk had no one next to her to tell her. Some people have so much money to tell them, and they don't even tell them as well, yeah, because they don't want to get fired, right? And how can you tell to a person, for example, I don't know, stop being like this and that, they will fire you, right? So that's another one. it's been very emotional for the public to have seen her husband being murdered. My father was killed, assassinated by the village he created with gossips. My mother didn't want to tell me, because until when are you gonna hide things? Everything is perfect, right? So I had called again, and she told me the third day. She passed the phone to her friend, a doctor. And she told me. So I took an airplane and went to Venezuela from New York. I cannot express how maddening it is when someone has been murdered in your family. So imagine being a wife, alright? My mother, that's the person that suffers more. So you can do whatever you want. You're free to do whatever you want, but the perception of the people is not going to be what you want. Yeah? Erica wants to show that she's still his wife and she still feels pure in white collar, and she's not going to give all those people who wish her so bad, she's not going to dress in black to honor his death, because she's not going to give in into that. So the interpretation of the people to what she is going through is totally different. Yeah? She knows very well what's going on, and she might have done fast decisions and felt the support without seeing the manipulation behind. And she may think it's better for her and her children to give that power away. To allow power be power as it is now. So all the work of her husband might be lost, and a new wave might take this energy to allow its truth to surface what needs to be done. Because the right party will keep fighting, and the left party will keep fighting as well. And we're gonna see them up, because it's not convenient for them, because they want to keep corrupting. Yeah? So I will ask Erica to respond on behalf of Camden's Owns and to unite with her. I will ask her directly what is her point of no return. As a woman, a beautiful woman, a beautiful blonde woman with blue eyes. And listen, my mother was very smart. She had stores all over Spain. She made her money from zero. And she was very beautiful as well. I have private driver and house with swimming pool, and went to the school of the Prince of Spain that is now a king. I went to boarding school in England, and travel around the world, and I'm broke as fuck right now. Um, I know what it is to be a woman. With children. I know what it is to have murder in your family. So we need sometimes people to tell us, yeah? So the most important is for me to see what comes throughout her own form of intelligence, what's emerging in her. Because her facial expression already talks when she's like, but, can't recover your husband. She wants to keep it alive. She wants to keep her husband alive through the work that he did. So she is coming out for him with his work. I'm telling these words. And when I want the money of my work, I also wish every woman of this earth to fail, even if they don't know me, that they are worthy. They are worthy of their work. They're worthy to maintain their children. They're worthy to own their ideas. They're worthy to invest in what they wish to do. They're worthy of keeping their direction without being manipulated by any man or woman. So, most of all, understand that we are on the first generation of freedom of expression that's allowing you, thanks to people like Elon Musk, who invested for freedom of expression. He is also a little corrupted, right? So don't trust everyone too much unless you want to just trust in yourself. Most of all, is this career for you? Yeah? So one of the reasons I am like this is so they don't look at me as a beautiful woman. Yeah? If I look like a beautiful woman, I will be more attacked than what I am already. And imagine if I was showing myself in the public domain. Imagine all those, because I have a lot of freedom, because I cannot really be attacked, because what are you going to do to a person that nobody knows? What are you going to say? What are you going to analyze? If I'm also making theater of things. I'm not. I'm also talking about things that don't matter really. Until it gets so boring that you are like, why am I here? Why am I here listening to this? Why am I listening to so many things? I just want to see the lights in the map and each culture to be able to protect their own information, to see the money of the government flow from each ministry. So a person that can deliver the rights it has to be by a group of people that are young enough to carry it for 30 years, but they don't belong to any political party. Perhaps they belong to this new system, because it's the new generation. And the new generation of the Jews will support you as well. Where are all of these pedophiles? Where are all these, Jewish women with wigs that shave their head? maybe we'll have nothing to do, cannot do anything about it, but we will know. Like, I'm here, but help me. Yes, so they are not all the Jew women, but there is the. I cannot talk about these beliefs, alright? Because I already have enough problems of my own. I need my tour right now and a consolidation of this to start. So you don't need to trust everyone to the fullest. People deserve to have their own world apart, where there's a mystery. So they can prepare to do other things that you might thank later, because maybe they are elaborating for you. So it's very easy to judge women, especially if they're beautiful. See how they treat women. Be very careful. They will try to step on you because they can handle the power for you. That is, if you want me to protect you, because you are so vulnerable, they cannot handle it. You're gonna be fucked up if you don't let me protect you. When you have all the people of your husband, right? So each character has its own scenario. So you have to think about the importance of paying tribute to someone's death, because in your mind is not dead, and probably in reality is not dead. You're seeing immortality moving through other realms through you, and people are bickering out there for any reason because people are frustrated, but people would wish to see a culmination to their own lives, that they can do something about it, not just watch the screen with the same form of shows to create drama, to win over. So on this side, it's very important that Trump is doing all these peace deals. So that's numero uno. You cannot compensate this for that, because we cannot have this global map without the peace deals. All right? Anyone could do these peace deals. Especially if you put the people who started these problems, if you put them out, we wouldn't even need a peace deal. It would be just over. The wars would be over. If you remove the problems, these wars would be over. If you put a nuclear bomb in Israel, the problem is over. The bomb in Gaza, the problem is over. Now we can move on into the future. We don't need more of this We carry God in our hearts, and our Jesus and our Messiah, and move on, because there's nothing else to talk about, because it's gone. What is so important about being a Jew anyway, or Arab, or a Christian that's supporting this? Because just to talk about it, doesn't matter how much you want to fix it, it will go on and on. In outer space as well. No matter how happy you are, you think it's gonna stop? You think people are going to want to create healing and parties and celebration to these people? They're all the same in these wars. What do the innocent know? They are part of this land. They're born there. They're trapped, thinking, what are we gonna do in here? We cannot go anywhere. We're being used by our political and religious. We've been here. What do we represent anyways? Why do we have to go through this? You will have problems like this from the people that are used to live from welfare and hate people that pay taxes because they deserve it, because they are superior, and stupid people work for you. So you have all these ways of thinking from all around the world. So it is normal that people become tyrants. Just want to finish with it. So the map is for giving people the opportunity to be creative, because a few of us were lucky to live in abundance. I've been in the underworlds of society, in and out for 20 years, nearly 16, 17. So I know very well how it works in different countries, more or less. And there's a lot of work there. Not just one person who got killed. Yeah. So imagine if I have to make all the drama because my father got killed, and many Venezuelans just left the country because you don't know the level of chaos. So if you don't make this map right now, I'm not gonna tell you what happens, because every threat becomes a reality. You gotta do it right now. There's no tomorrow. China and Russia wish you to collapse. They wish the West to collapse. And they're just taking over. Well, we're trying to bring order by pushing the other one away, and just see it through a generational transit that is supporting each other. Because you belong to this beautiful generation that is going to reign all this fluency. Unfortunately, Elon Musk is obsessed with his followers of cryptocurrency. And people are whom they are thanks to their followers, right? In the same way, the King of England to his people. If someone in the MI6 that is working and is gay and hates women and wants to make himself more important, will try to step away on any woman and do what they, put surveillance, film you when you're having your private time with your partner, look at you down because of what they're filming, and they're getting there, and you're not bringing any sexual service to anyone to be, and they will want to diminish what you are because they want to be something. And they hate you. And perhaps you brought to the king so much wealth and happiness and protection as for the kingdom and their people, but from a spiritual source as well, as a harlequin to make people laugh, talking crazy. So we need to be monitoring everything that's going on, yeah? We need to help influencers. We need to help them when they are going to destroy each other, because they need to come together to do something beautiful as well. So it's not easy to be in the front all the time, but you need other people to... Doesn't mean you're more intelligent, because if I am in the back looking, I don't have any self-defense mechanism, because I am in the back. I'm safe. People can throw me arrows, but they land in the winds. They don't. None of them touch me, because it's going in the wind there. Arrows to the air where nobody doesn't harvest that type. Nobody knows. But if you know what is productive for you, if you know that it takes a lot of people to do something for you, that there are many people loving what you do, trusting what you do, you see it not only through numbers, but because you are loved. All right? So that's not a mechanical investment or an algorithm. So it's not about making groups with or against. The Jewish people will love the Jewish people before any other. And the black people will love the black people before any other. And the Spanish people might love all of them, because, we love to fuck around. But, well, that's class apart. And the white people will love their white people, and so on and so far. That's not being a racist or a groupie against you. But if you're going to take it to another level, it might turn to be. But it's good to fight both sides, to keep yourself together, and be honest, because you don't belong to anyone's interests. So that's what that is the beauty of going in the air and just roar from your heart. Roar. Well, yeah, actually it would be nice to see Candace Owens as the president of the United States of America. I would actually like Trump to support Candace Owens as the first female president. I don't know if he would, but he could, He could. I mean, he owns two women, right? Like, look, you didn't go to jail, right? But at least, give it a, So, oh, you know, maybe he could be my little bitch and do what I want him to do. Well, those are things of tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the stories that we see from others. You throw your cards there and you see, you throw your cards. So it's like, there's no turning point. We're always going around. We're always going around. Actually, we are moving around, but we're moving a bit forward, right? We don't want to make the same mistake, but we follow the same pattern. Yeah. It's like, I am Erica. I cannot stop being Erica. That's not me dressing in black. I used to be a wife of a great man. Yeah, so she needs to find comfort and put the visual of his man. So people are making a parody of, she's not really thinking what she's saying. She doesn't have people behind her that care for her and are protecting her. She's very vulnerable and she's not aware of what she's going through because she thinks she can go with it. And it's very hard to see this, especially after what my family, everyone went crazy. I had to leave my family. It was like, I have better things to do in the world than solving this problem, because this is beyond my measure of coherence. And I had to go. I had to go. I was not going to tell to my family what is what and what you should do or you don't do that. Because I could understand my father was murdered. My mother had seen the country house full of blood. She had to recognize the body of my father to a point that she doesn't remember that she had to do that. Because she's very good gaslighting herself to not have trauma, right? To keep positive. I thank her for not bringing any man to our house. I thank her to not allowing any man to be with us alone in the house and to have protectors, yeah? But we are all vulnerable when this tragedy, this is schizophrenia and murder is the same energy, right? More or less, is the same energy. So we are on a generation where people are filming everything they do in multimedia. And she has a right to film herself with her husband because it goes in the records of her archives and her memories. She doesn't have anyone there trying to support her on how because it's not being prepared. She's not being prepared for this. Oh yeah, my husband is gonna get murdered in 1 week, so I'm gonna prepare for this and have all my funeral clothes. And I am going to then do some mourning and then just really not wipe myself too much because they're not gonna really see me. But she just goes up there, she's worried for her makeup. You don't know what is to cry when you have makeup, everything becomes black, right? So she's just being like a baby girl to her mommy and doing everything that's for her is natural, being Erica, yeah? with no support, no moral support, but just to take from her, pay her and take from her. So she's going out there in the name of her husband, because in her mind, he's still alive. And she's worried of how she's going to maintain her children. So she's going out there. And then she just talks about it without thinking too much. So what she's saying, 'cause it is hard as a woman to see this. Not just as a family member of someone that's been murdered, but you're sharing the collective as well, watching this murder. So it's wounding. It's so many news that are wounding, that are created by a horrible, horrible people creating these horror shows that are going to end. We don't need more of these dramas of shootings and guns. You had true love, you would never wish this to anyone. You would never wish to manipulate anyone, to auto-destroy their love. The father to her children. So what people do for money, yeah. Because one day you have, tomorrow you don't have. This is a Wild West. I wish women support each other a little more. Yeah. If women supported each other the way men support each other, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. You would have been taking your power. But this has happened for the nature itself. So you need to see the nature yourself first develop. Yeah? Before anyone tells you everything. Because this is not the point of knowing everything. The point is for allowing others to find their own truths. And if somebody can rectify for you, you know, with your own words, I am Erica. This is the way I used to be. I used to be a pretty wife for my husband from the day he met me and before. I have not come here to play another role. So you've taken my husband, and now you also want to take who I am away. That's what's going on. All right. So the more you fight, so we still have a lot of people that love pedophilia in governments and are working for that. There are many gay people that think it's okay because they have forgiven, and they're starting to say that's universal love. Alright, so let's be careful. That's not universal love. Universal love doesn't mean that you have to rape people gaslight them and kill them if they are talking too much against them, to safeguard their secret so they can share their doings as a pact. And then you have the good people working for them, the Christians. They think Christians are stupid. That's the part of the what defines the Bible from the old to the new. So you have to talk about the Bible as a sacred book that's been sold out thanks to the Jews to make the Roman Empire survive with business, and they got it in because, people lost faith on their gods. And the pagans were taking over. The pagans of yesterday were the Christians of today. What does this mean? The Christians were never Jews. They were against the Jews, and they were against the Roman Empire, right? Basically. I love meditation. Meditations from India and from Osho. And I have my Catholic roots and gratefulness and also comparisons. But you will split the Bible for what defines the Bible. By Jesus, what is forgiveness? Fighting against corruption. So today is the only time that we have to end this corruption, and we see where the money goes. Yeah? You will never get to know the money of the industry and investments of people's possessions. It is as for them as for us to have a sense of property. I am fighting here for a sense of property when they want to give a universal salary to have more slaves for their own platforms, for their own business. Because they don't want people to be free, then they won't have anyone to eat from. As mass production, you will need some heads to think for all. You don't need too many. But the head thinks for its own entity as well. So you will have many competitors trying to do what you're doing to move ahead, because they want to do it. They don't want you to do it. They don't want you to do what you are bringing. They want to do it. You will see the market coming in and coming out and trying to do this and trying to do that. So they don't care if everything goes upside down. In the long term, it's going to work because people are going to survive. So, well, that puts them in a worse place and in a good place for you. Because you want to see how are the people living. Yeah? What are the conditions in the world? What is the potential that we have to see how we manage our own economy, our own work? Why do others have to take from our work? Why do they think they're entitled? So this is for the administrators, This is for your work. This is for the work that you share. This is your community. And you need to take care and protect yourself. So you must measure those words. Because once they're out there, that's it. It takes 2 weeks to destroy your image. 2 weeks. So maybe a new image comes. If people keep destroying you, it's because you are with the wrong people. Something is pulling you away from that. Because I don't see people are really into believing that. I mean the people in the internet, right? Not the people that watch TV. Eventually TV is participating more and more because they like the journalists' interaction of sharing the truth with all those who are as well forming their own journalism and CIA, their own investigations. But whom do you have in government supporting you? On which courts? All these people to support you. Yeah? Just the truth. Wow. So it takes a lot of time and support for people to start to stand out. And stand out of that what it used to be democracy. But democracy is becoming stronger and better because it's people interacting. It's people sharing the rights, the freedom, and loving to work with the human interaction as well. As a form of meditation, to humble oneself. It's beautiful to work and see the progress that we have. And respecting the pillars as well. And trusting the newer generations are doing therapy and finding other forms, if not of love, of pleasure, that are healthier, not just for themselves but for others. So if you want to go seek all the way, go seek all the way with those who are mature and consent. So you need to role play in the feet of men, many characters, to not enter the arena of man, so you don't slippery slope. In general, all this world of men who manage money and politics, they love to cheat themselves. Men, this type of man, love to cheat, and they think it's okay. They make their way through cheating. In fact, yeah. And for them it's okay. They shake hands, they make more deals, they cheat on this. Oh no, I'm gonna make mine now. And they attack you in the back, and then attack you too, and then we laugh together. Okay, let's invest on that and that's what men do. Alright? In these fields. So you cannot go out there starting to scream about what's correct. Because first of all, they don't care. They don't care. They have a lot of people out there. They pay them money and they are not in jail. They are immune and nobody has taken them in jail. So you have to think that this fight is impossible. You can only make this map and just ignore them. Because this fight is going to go on forever. And they're going to keep on and on and on and on. And maybe they even invest in you. And the new generations will see, hey, there are better methods of energy. There are better methods of not killing people. But it has to be from the new generation. And most of these people have never worked face to face with people. So they think to deserve everything in the world. And you are nothing. Your voice is nothing. They live in a bubble where they only think of their friends, their relations, of famous people. They also invest on the people they like to invest on. If they like you, they will invest in you as well. And you have to really understand where you are right now, with whom you're dealing, what realm you're entering right now. This is a realm of people that are fighting to have world recognition and supremacy. And you're gonna be there shouting like a little girl with rights. Be a little more, serious. Yeah, people love to hear that, of course. It's gonna be one scandal after the other, anyways. And some will support because it's boring, and they want something new. All right, oh yes, let's do them up. Well, let's look at something different. And on the other side, people hating the rich, people hating those in power. And think very wisely of what you say, because you want everyone to love you. So don't speak in general. This is all the message today. Because not everyone on the whatever wire is the same. The Daily Wire. Maybe Jordan Peterson has nothing to do, but is their friends, their Jews friends. Maybe he never know the Jews worship the devil, Satan, like that's in Dante's Inferno. In Dante's Inferno, the last ring, Satan is in Israel, right? So you gotta really kind of really understand what territory you're entering. The people that don't care about money. Money doesn't exist as long as the basics are provided, and it's shown that it works with the lockdown, right? So every country in the world has operated with it. What makes you think that you're going to fight them all? So you can change your idea by freedom of expression and trying to make yourself understand why your narrative is the way it is. You have a husband, you have your children to raise, and there is love. There is true love. And there is a lady who lost her husband, and the father of her children, and she has not come down yet to understand where she is. That's why people see her weird, because she has not let go to surrender into grief because she doesn't want to be a loser. Yeah, she's standing there in front of the cameras, wiping her tears, but she wants to keep him alive, keep their work alive, because she's been years there as well. So the world, that she doesn't want the world to see her as a martyr wife and widow. You have to see that. It's the Erica I see. When a few people come to attack her, then everyone will want to attack her and not see the weakness and the strength. That a woman can have when is supported. I can understand how much hatred there can be for some people when they see such a beautiful woman. No, she has to be this, she has to be that. She hugs a man. Oh, she has to be that. Oh, so because this is how we kill our inner beauty as well, and the beauty of others. By comparison. Comparison and envy is one of the worst things that can happen against you. And this is why many people try to camouflage their beauty. This is why Venus herself has a mantle to cover her beauty, to not be seen. The very Zeus has to transform into animals, other shapeshifts. Because if a mortal sees the beauty of a god from Olympus, a Psyche, seeing Eros, they would die. The human is not used to see this beauty. All right. So, for example, it would die. It would enter into a crisis. It cannot understand where all this beauty comes from. Yeah. So to pass through this, you have to become, yeah. So if you see a woman that is so beautiful, it's for this, it's for that, or it's in your bed, yeah. So it's for this, for that, for a night in the club, yeah. Certain places in this world. So it takes a lot of instrumentation to understand how can you channel yourself without too much judgment, without having to kill your beauty. It's about time the woman can stand as beautiful as they are without having to be judged or cut by a knife of surgeries, because that's not beauty. That's a freaking weird thing, right? I'm talking about another type of beauty. So the beauty of seeing your happiness, your healthiness, your capability to care and love, so it is well felt and is pleasant. So when people don't have that, it hurts. They're not divine. Yeah, it hurts. They have to put that on you, because they are not that, you know. I've done so many surgeries. I have so many wigs and I do my hair so much. But you still look appealing. I am good. I have the power of likes. I will put more. And you will want to use this with friends, with colleagues, with allies. Everybody wants power from others, to be supported. But if you're choosing to do something correct in the name of the wall, because people believe you're doing something that is correct for the name of the wall, you must dress up for the wall as well. And protect those who love you, your husband, your family. Why that work was rooted to be in that way. And where are you going with all this? So you can see where does this true beauty come from? That's the beautiful feeling. Does it come from the makeup you put or how many curls are there? That beauty. So when you enter into a metaphysical experience as the death of your husband, and for all the people that can feel, because they're very easy to judge in this group and the other and the others. So first of all, remember that Russia and China would love to see America out to destroy, from left to right itself. I wouldn't wish that for any country, not for Venezuela. Even if Americans don't deserve my understanding to become better and greater than what they used to be. So that map needs lights from people. So you can still make money by teaching people to use their own algorithms in their own continents and cultures. You can still make money. And that information is shown in the map. That's your map as well. You cannot control their data because they are taking care of their land, of their country, and their influencers are filtering the best ideas, the best people that are passionate to bring their talent. So it goes through the world. We can even see the places they're not recycling well, because it's not just the industry, it's also the responsibility of the government to take care of all this recycling and track all the trucks where they're getting all this rubbish, where is it recycling, why are they using so many cups and boxes. All this needs to be tracked from the companies and each borough in the mapping. I work in McDonald's, man. Today I heard Bezos talking about when he worked in McDonald's. And yes, it makes you a better person to work in the floor, and you learn to see how important it is. You cannot get a message to the head office because you have all these people against you. Like if you are the nemesis, you can sue the company. I say, I'm just getting a message through, so we can fix this. How are we gonna fix this? So it doesn't matter if you bring them the solutions as well. You have dozens and dozens of people against you in an international corporation, and it won't matter if you go to the head office of United Kingdom or the head office in Chicago, to the world, it's gonna be the same people there. trying to wipe you off. Now in the algorithms, they don't accept people that are educated in McDonald's because of me. They don't want people that are too educated. The very algorithm told me I should have made a screen picture. But I was like, I'm gonna let go. It's been enough. It's been enough, alright? Oh, McDonald's. I went to us to again for a work just to look at it, how it works with their chat GTP3 box AG. So you don't have people now hiring you, making you interviews. It goes through the program, and they don't want people that went to private schools to work in McDonald's now. Thanks to me, because they didn't like me to bring solutions to the recycling system that is not recycling as they promised to have ambition to recycle, because nothing changed in 5 years. That's good enough for a lawsuit, right? But I did bring a pattern to solve it with many points throughout the map as well, because it's not just from the companies. Bring the stock and pick the plastics and cardboards and cups of cardboards and the general waste. That is another business. It's a business that works for the government, but it's a business of their own. So the government says now, no, it does not belong to the government. They are a business of their own. So the government is involved because this is of the land and the people. And they should be responsible as well in the mapping for recycling, as well the usage, how we scale, because you need time to solve this problem. It's like, hey, look, I'm not sending you to there right now, alright? I'm not such a bully. Just, if you don't give me 300 million, just use it yourself to fix it. Because I will fix it with 300 million. I don't want the money. I want them to see the problem, that they are not investing on it. But you need the time to do it. You need the space for people to do it. And you need the interaction for people to recycle. You don't tell people to recycle. You make an interaction all around, from the moment they get the food to the moment they go, from the moment you get the napkin, from the moment we go to the container rubbish. That's human interaction. No algorithm can. You can note it there, and the algorithm of course will show it. You still need to show it as a river that runs through, and how it's getting better. Yeah, how it's getting better. These ones are on this color, they are not recycling so well. Maybe you can send a reinforcement of other people to help them. Because we cannot do everything alone. I could do everything alone in a community where they are newly immigrants. But you cannot not ask people to be like me. Alright, because first of all, who wants to be in touch with rubbish? I don't hear anyone. Do you want to be in touch with rubbish? You want to tell people to recycle, to control what they use? All this is shown in the map. But it's better to talk about what creates more ratings and views, because that's being sincerely honest. Yeah? I should talk about the color of my shit then, It's honest, 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 honest. So I'm so honest. I'm gonna create a lot of ratings as well. Ah, there you go. Well, every day is different as you gotta look at it, right? So, is healthy what you're eating? How are you digesting? Make sure you don't eat shit. You're eating healthy. You're walking out, stretching your body. Do you have friends to take you out? You need bodyguards, girl. With drones. So filter yourself here first before eating. What is the speech that you have from now on to the future? But you're talking to Africans, Afro-Americans. You're not just talking to the Spanish community and the English and the Jews. Just name people by their names. You don't represent the Jewish community. I'm talking to you because you said this. So be careful, because you cannot be representing all the Jew community because you said this. Because then you're gonna be attacked. Oh no, I didn't mean the Jews. Just and that will make you stand out. Because there are many Jews who don't want these wars. But many. And who cares anyways, right? They want to kill each other, Just put them all fuel there. What are we gonna do with more money anyways? Look, they asked for it, right? Both of them. They both want to kill each other. So, we'll just give money to both. They wanted to destroy themselves. So, do you have the money to take all the children and the innocent woman out? Where? So who's gonna recollect all this destruction? How are these children gonna grow up to be? What do they want to do? They need to see green and rivers. They need to be away from all this. There's no recovery there. How can you live with that more decades of your life? Look at all the beautiful places around the world that are empty. I mean, it's just end of story. There's so many ways to finish these stories in a good way, in peace for both sides. And Russia too, come on, just finish it. What is, I hear, killing Christians? This, if you're very, very wise, you would never want to come to this world. You have to be very wise to understand the suffering of this world. To never want to come. If you're already here, so well, what can I do? Perhaps I'm not that good, right? I'm not that good. Still believe in love. That stupid I am. I still believe people can do it in the name of love. I don't think Jesus was really much about forgiveness. Or that he carried the cross for you. But he did really want you to surrender and transform. But playfulness, once you have understood that giving the other chick doesn't work, because then the Jews will take advantage, alright? And they will take the temple again to make money with. And that we're not that stupid. You will regenerate your money for better and better circuits within this system, alright? So choose your words wisely, because some things never change. You want your crypto money. They're all fighting. They're still all fighting. In the year 2025, they don't want to let go of their past, because they must all invest in universal coin at the same time, with long rituals and gatherings to see the world first, the values they have. So much abundance to put equally according to their lands, the virgin lands, to maintain their people, the amount of money they have to put on, the amount of people they have. They're not educated people. You can take all of them, probably how many they cannot work. Doesn't matter how educated they are, because they have not created jobs for their own to have a decent house that is not gone out after a natural catastrophe. That's so hard to us. So of course I would love to go out there and say, hey, you know how many of us took to do this? All of us. Oh yeah, but then the show is not really, nobody's gonna watch the show if there is no drama. Well, there are ups and downs. Just go to the opera. Disconnect yourself from yourself on all the important things you talk about. Go to the opera. Go to see classical orchestra, just because there is more silence. Nobody with the phones there, right? And feel the sounds and the silence, the ups and downs. There's always ups and downs. And the silence, the gaps. Those gaps have a square. It's a square that's silence. And that's a very important piece. And it continues. So you cannot be all the time attacking. Also times of peacefulness and allowing it to set in with you, for you. You think none of the tech giants is going to talk about the technological global map? It's not going to be Prince William or Elon Musk. They're all afraid of being judged as world dominion. World dominance. I could put it like my idea and put it on some. But I would love to see a new form of expression, where people can understand that they want to see where the money goes and for what reason they're using it, but not just nationally. Is it reversal? What's going with countries that don't want to be part of the West beliefs? So there is no reason to be fighting with socialists that are judged of being communist, or they care for the people, or the left and the right, and all this. Like what happened in America, nobody wants to be a Democrat because of what they're doing to the children, right? It's sort of like, how much money did they put there? To push the pedophile agenda. From where does this come from? The very rich who love the exquisite taste of fresh flesh. And you have to hate women a lot for that, right? To not love a woman, a mature woman. So you must be talking with your generation, your fashion. You are creating a trend. Can you talk about technology? Who can talk about this technology? Who can talk about corruption? Where's this money going for? Because I want the world to not judge pedophiles. We really like and we do love. But this is psychology there as well. To cheat and gaslight. So if you really go study, but go study sexology. Study what money used to do. 80% of men, they would just do everyone. Yeah. Or ships, whatever is there. Right? Not everyone was a loyal husband. Or honest man. Because at least, thank you. We've been together for this time. We share our best times and we try our best, but I cannot go in this direction. And it's better we separate. Because I want you to be happy as well, and I want to be happy totally. Whatever I do without explanations. But at least it's honest, right? Or, well, I'm with you, you're honest, because you want to do whatever you want and not bring... Every person has their own agreements. The moment women have power of their own, 100 years ago, that women can get paid for their job. When they see you working alone, you don't deserve to have your money. You are a bad woman. So for Erica, who lost her husband, the attack is stronger. Because now she's a single woman. She doesn't deserve to have any power. Unless we silence her or pay her. Because we are their benefactors and protectors. But if she was a man, and they murder the wife, they will consider her as another candidate. So unconsciously, it's very easy to manipulate women to support men. And other women to fight other women. It's in the records of history. And animals. This is why animals get together to protect from others, right? As people do. Cultures. We can evolve higher to higher forms of consciousness instead of pretending to be stupid, because the average people don't need to hear so much stupidities. If you're so smart, you wouldn't even argue. So where do we make the money? We need arguments. Actually, maybe people like to listen for solutions that are avant-garde, technologically speaking as well. But you need to really believe in yourselves. You wouldn't hurt anyone unless they want to hurt themselves to keep fighting. Who is going to hurt first? Pleasure and pain, gain and loss. So we have men that support women. There would have no right for women to vote unless there were some men who supported these movements for women to have their freedom. I wouldn't be here today talking and hiding at the same time. I could have been out there a long time ago with this map done already. Yeah. The curve panels already exist in Las Vegas. I don't need any elections to win any president for the map to happen. I don't need to support any presidency or political party. Hello. No. For the children, yes. So that was considerably a threat that was going also across the world. Thanks to people like J.K. Rowling, Jordan Peterson, that put themselves... Well, Jordan Peterson created his fame, but J.K. Rowling could lose her fame. So she had risked her fame. She did it to protect women, children. If you knew the nobody was talking about the damage of the organs. I had to come out with, look, it's irreversible, the damage. They cannot have children again. People were not really getting there, because when it's so dark, you cannot just understand so much is going on. It's already too much, right? I would love to be with my children right now. Would you be another one silencing another woman, hiding another woman, hurting another woman? Because that's very easy to shine out. But at the end, you need everyone's support. So I really love women to be as beautiful as they wish. So we have gods and goddesses walking, beautiful men as well, as healthy and well taking care of their bodies without shame of being beautiful, and is under God's will in his creation to be nearly as good as him. Not so much of an ass. Because I don't see God with a body. He's too big for that. There's many people who have not seen, so they need to have faith. You would trust. Well, I know. It's not comfortable. When you come to Earth, you wish to remember every part of suffering you've been through. In case you return, do not make the same mistakes. Because when you are a spirit, it doesn't matter. You will wish to give and give and give unconditionally. But when you're on a life that needs the material world, that needs protocols, that needs forms of understanding, that you lost your husband, you are mourning, you are supposed to understand this reality. You are supposed to have friends that support your own, that you wearing the color of darkness in honor of the death of your husband. That perhaps you are entering into unknown territory. And you might start to operate another way. So if you need to be wild, be wild. Put out your voice as you wish. But you need the support of everyone. And I want you to have the support of the world itself, so you can show the world as well. If the Queen Elizabeth was alive today, she would have loved to see this happening, because on her times it was very difficult or impossible to clear it out. How can you clear this out? How could this happen beyond my power and my knowledge? So it never happens again. If you were a mother as well. So these are children that are forgotten. These are children that are not baptized. These are children that don't come from good families. My children come from good families. My country has been in a crisis, Venezuela. So America has good things and bad things. So people have good things and bad things. So when the worst comes out, you're gonna pick. You cannot pick everything. You're gonna pick. And you're gonna say, this is why you don't have that, because you didn't pick that. Right? I want you to have the chance to pick. So you remember what you chose from. I don't want to put it on your mouth like a baby shit. I don't want babies. I want mature people here. You are there. You have picked for that. You want to be fighting for the Jews? Then go with the Jews all the way. We'll see you there in the map. There, be in Israel. Are they going to work for anyone in the world? To help mansions into villages? To help to see the rivers clean? I don't know, man. That's your story. But don't make fools out of Christians, because you're just going to fool yourself and you're going to show off like that. Because I talk for myself. There's a limit to everything, alright? Don't think that anyone here is going to sacrifice for you. Hey, hey, hey. We have humanity and mercy. We give from ourselves to others. Yeah, but we do give a percentage. To whom? To whom? At least have one character traits from Christians. And forgive yourself. Can't continue with this, man, really. It's gonna go on. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to support anyone about this. I want my children free. I want to be free from my work. I want to be free from this world of man that is not the man that I love to be with. I'm like, hello, you sold me something. It's not. Why you make me come here? This is not my role play. Hello, this is not my game board. So, you think I'm going to be dealing with your reality for another 5,000 years? Your problems? No. For your ratings? No. For your votes? For the children? No, I want my children. I want to be selfish. I want to be selfish enough to see all the world being happy. No one is left behind. Nor me. I want to enjoy the earth and enjoy the sunrise as much as possible. It's possible every day as I did today. And not to the British people. I loved that. So they won my heart when I was in British Columbia, Canada. There I recognized I was in boarding school, but I didn't pay attention. I was a teenager. And noted when I was crossing the street and when I put my feet up in the asphalt. I don't know how you call that. Where you walk. And then it started to drive. And I had a tear falling down. Because it respects me. It's a person walking. And most of the world is in a rush. New York City, everywhere. Everyone's in a rush, running, this, that, you know, you're gonna make shows to just cross the streets so they look at you and you entertain them. Different countries are different, but more or less in India, you name it, if you were there. If you were not there, just imagine, you've seen it. So, that is a gesture of gentleness. I have time for you to walk in a decent way, and I wait for you, I'm not going to feel bad while I'm waiting for you. And I also noted you. It's a pleasure for me that you're fine walking your way. So that wins your heart. Not over any culture and religion, but over your pulse. You want to have that rhythm as well. You want to walk through life and drive in that way. You want to know others as well. So, yeah, well, in Spain is a bit different, right? It's well known that in the capital people drive crazy, not like in the town, right? And the Spanish might not know, but say, hey, hola! So, but still, the gentleness is known for those who can carry it and for those who want to achieve it. Now, I'm not asking for all the world to dance salsa or flamenco and open their arms and heart, or surrender and dance tango if you're a woman. So the woman is always there for the man in the Spanish dancer things. That's very known and respectful. You can dance as well. Yeah, try to go out and dance and move your body. For your culture had dances too. That's something I really wish to see more and more again. Not just people getting drunk and taking drugs to dance. Sad, it's sad. People can have these heights in other ways. Feel the pulse in other ways without the need of external chemicals. To go out of your family, to go out of your inner circle and feel the music and the colloquial with the people that influences you as one of them. You are for them. And you love to dance for them and for you and hold that which is eternal love through you and through them as well, because we all have that right. Not just you, your family and your business, for your viewers. You want to see the money of the world raining through you to show this map, because everyone has their trust and their sense of property when they can return the credit that's being trusted. Especially the black people of Afro-America that will wish to make mansion into a village in parts of Africa. It was good from the Democratic Party. They were giving all these university degrees. Could pay later on. Would the right listen to the left as the left to the right? Or let the evil rule? So none know. I know everything. But God knows more. You don't want to know everything. You will wish to keep excited You will wish to keep surprising the ones you love. Because they love you. You feel that in your skin, in your color, in your cheeks. That God loves you so much. It's protecting you as well. To face this. We're tired. You may see us here, but we're tired to have gotten to this place. I would like to talk about the tariffs for an international forum honoring the tech titans from the United States of America. And I would love to stop the wars of hackers and informational copyright rats. So on one side, the West wants to have an international net. And because of that international net that the West wants, China keeps copying everything and seducing other countries with their investments. So are you going to shut it off completely from China? And we will see in the map all the countries that are not. So China cannot enter any internet influence to copy anything at all. But nothing. In the same way, you're also copying from me. Oh, everybody doing this. So, and divide all your connections to each entity as well. And that's it, kaput. South America too, I don't want to know nothing from America and the colonies and the imperialism. And then Milei sending cows to America from Argentina. Here you go. It's crazy. Like, where did you have that idea? When you already have farmers in America. Because of money. So the right and the left are still fighting. And they're just simply too old to get it, right? And tired, because they made a lot of investment and work and fuck a lot of asses to get there and went through a lot of trials and paid a lot of people and follow a lot of their investors to drill more and do it the old way. It's easier to talk with the solutions and the gravity they could have done the map already. So what have they been doing all this time? They are against their own fantasies. They've been fighting the Illuminati. They hate the world economy. They hate United Nations. They hate anyone who will be against them because they want to own the world. with their business. And of course, they're going to betray you as well. Because you also want to win over and will betray them too. But so I hate to say this, but I have to. People will listen only to everything you say. And they would think that it's gonna be okay and you're gonna be on your side at the end. But they're doing this to everyone, right? So they hear it, but they think, no, it's not gonna happen. Because I am investing all this money for him to win. He's not gonna put all my green cards away. My Telsa? No. Because I put all this money and all these people. I put all the influencers to vote for you. You would never do that to me. You don't want to be like that. Of course, you don't want to lie to everyone. So they all support you. But, if you want to be honest, if you want to satisfy everyone so everyone votes for you, do you think that you are made yourself alone if you're going to work something that is greater than you? You need the greatest people of this earth to support you and help you bring the best out of you. So the best outcome would be that the very Trump supports you. I don't know if Melania will support that as the first lady, to see another lady. I guess Melania would like to do a lot of things because she's still young. I mean, she's my age. She likes to go out there and show herself, bring her best as the first lady. Those are questions I have. She would like to see her husband honored and finish his presidency by supporting women for the next elections. It's a turning point. Not because they can control you or anyone, because they had enough. They could be in jail right now, I mean. Both. Because when you are aware of the crimes of another person, you're also found guilty, alright? But there is another law, because if it's your husband or your wife, it's a human right, because you cannot do that against your family. So it's a biological impediment to betray your family. So there is sort of like a Not because you're a bad person, but it's against your nature. So I'm not threatening. I'm just saying how the story goes by the laws. This is not about women having to be in service to men. Because what happens when men have so much power? They ended up raping fucking everyone, stealing money. They don't even know what to do with money, but to fight for more, to have more. This is to stop, man. It's delusional. You see the mapping. You see the map. You see the money going. Do your business. You want to do show? Go do your shows. Not from the blood of the people. Thank you. Not from the innocent. They are still studying and forming themselves to mature. Thank you. Go and learn some sacred dances there. Go love one another. Thank you. Thank you for loving yourself. Yes, it's good enough. Pat in the shoulder. Bye. I'm gonna end up good. Do you want to end up with a peace world coverage? Or the next? Until the last Trump will be with him or after, because it's so late. Until when? At least you can be honest, because everyone is hearing. Do people really matter? Because you want to what? The true seekers, for them, it's stupid people. Because they live in a world of cheating. I mean, people that like anal sex love to cheat. They love shit. They fuck shit. What are they doing? The front, the back? Do it again and again? Because they don't have sensibility. They lost their touch with reality. They don't know what is what anymore. They're just holes. You know? You show them the world of the map, they'll see a hole. What's the next cheat? Is the you know, it's no, there's no end. The desire never ends. That's what you learn in meditation, not from the scriptures you read. When you sit in meditation and see that eternal joy, it's not, doesn't need any desire. You don't need to prove anything until you become anything. You don't need to market anything. So everyone has the right to see the immortal, or that which never dies. And we need all to have that memory back. And we're entering into another zone of wealth management. No gaslight can interrupt the truth from being seen. When you see it, you just make it healthy. Yeah? You won't allow that to happen again. Why would you? If you have higher states. Hey, I can get high without killing people. Hey, I can get high believing I'm making a good world without killing people. Hey, there are people that want to learn what is out there in the world and get educated through the internet. There are marches into villages happening. We might do one or have somebody around. Oh, there are other forms of loving each other. Ha! I don't need to love you until death. Thank God you're not gonna kill me. I have chance to love again. So, because you're gonna be better. We don't need to honor the death anymore, because they would be already alive. Your theater is gone. Your theater to the dead is dead. It has expired. It's useless. You don't have to. You can love forever. You can dress in white if you wish. But that necrophilia would end one day. You cannot love the dead all the time. It's about life that is still here, living through you, for the beauty you are loved, that represented happiness and togetherness, to guide you, to care for you, to let no one stand on you. You are forever beautiful in my eyes. I want you to be happy. I want you to say what you really feel. To not miss me. I cannot make it better than you. Cannot make it anymore. Everyone deserves to have true love and a family, and to honor the woman. Man will continue the fight into eternity, to be remembered forever. Doesn't mean that's love. Don't fall into that game. Everyone is unique, so there's no return. You cannot recover it again. You can only embrace it with yourself. and be frank. Be frankly honest. You're just opening your eyes to see those in need as well. Without mercy, that was all about as well from people. Not all the people, but some people. Yeah. So support Candence. Support yourself. Recreate your own as you wish. Consider people's form of perception. You are entering into another form of beauty. Is to go through the collective. So you are starting to feel the collective as well, not one. And never be afraid to ask for too much. You must ask to the core of everyone and each of us for the first time in history, that we can see ourselves, listen to what's going on, and pray that we can do it. We have the tools and the people to do it. The moment we start to fight again and get fragmented, so and my father would always say, if people knew how much power they have, because the power of the people knew how much power they have. Well, he was a journalist manipulating people's system of belief all the time, all his life. And he wanted to bring through cinema social awareness, so he did 4 movies. One for Best South American Movie. My mother did more money than him. My mother maintained my father's creativity, and he didn't get much from his work. So me and my sister will never understand how much my mother loved our father, because he wouldn't bring money. But my mother would stand and say, your father has the worth of gold. And she would say, like, that's superior than however much money she would make. And how creative and beautiful she was, composing everything around us with all her events and caring. So she understood very well, because she was a mature woman. And it only took from us to ask her when we were mature, like in our 20s. So it is very serious, because as the President of the United States of America, you want to end your election with support and triumph. But people betray you as well. People do things out of your notice to keep your party ahead. There is a lot of people doing things on their own. Don't think everything comes from the executive office. You have to be born there to see the whole system, how it works. In the eyes of a child. And play. You will trust again to play again. You will love to see each other and be honest. So it hurts me when I see people mistreating the image of a beautiful, young, blonde woman with blue eyes who is very intelligent as well. She lost her husband. He was murdered in the public domain, and she supported him. And he's the father of her children. And she wants to maintain her children as good as they were, or more. So all these things are going across her mind so quickly. And who is there for her, to guide her, to tell her? To tell her, like, that there are people that have wardrobe professionals. Don't use this sort of makeup, don't use this sort of clothes. Yes, you are new age. Yes, you are fashion. Yes, you are you love to be in this way. Yes, somebody shopping for her clothes, a professional. A friend. Men are always looking at your ass. They don't look at a woman that lost her husband. And women too, because they're envious, and that's not the right moment to dress like this, because they're looking at you in another way, black and white, like yes or no. You're imposing fashion in something that's so cruel. It happens so cruel, and this all this mixed information. So people are used to, like, this is for this is for that, this is for this, and whatever it can be, blue navy jeans. I'm not here for fashion, but people are perceiving and feeling. And men love to hurt women. There are many men who love having sex and hurting women as well. And hurting women, alright? Because they will feel superior by hurting another. So women hurting other women as well is a way of surviving, to support the hatred of men towards women. So be very careful to not fall down into someone who's vulnerable and is being exposed and is being tricked away. So yes, she can stand for the show as much as she wants, and she can grieve until the end if she wants to, in her own way. And she has her own words to say as she wants to. Well, anyone can do a job for president. To do a job that requires a lot of facing adversities and sharpening your words on and on and on and on and on and on about what is governance and the influence of its money for the people and to take care of this planet. So to have it together right now is the most important. So you would support Trump to make these peace deals, the tech titans to show their industry in the map, the industry itself to show their industry in the map, that each country has their own rules, that each continent is protected for their own culture. Muy interesante. To let it be, man. You will see to learn, and you will want to keep exploring and wondering and wanting to dive in and having your own routines to make a beautiful life of your own with the people you love. Yeah? You would like to dance balls with the old Donald Trump one day, if he's still alive in a few decades, or 1.5, because he supported you. So those are mediations you're doing when you're speaking. So are you going to speak in plural to everyone to make yourself understood? You don't want more wars and the death of innocent people. That's what stands apart. Right? That's why we bring life, right? Not just from making love, by caring. Supposedly, right? Bye.